Hi, I'm A.c.Strange, and this is a Bad Movie Show, episode 15, the Sleepaway Camp Special. I've wanted to do a franchise show since I started, so why not start here with Sleepaway Camp? It's one of my favorites, and very underestimated, I think. So, tonight's show is going to be a little different. I'm reviewing all 4 movies in the series, and I'm doing them in order. So you're going to get the first one, Sleepaway Camp, then you're going to get Sleepaway Camp 2, Unhappy Campers, Sleepaway Camp 3, Teenage Wasteland, and Return to Sleepaway Camp. So, also, what's going to be different about this is you're going to get a couple of spoilers. You can't talk about episode 2 without spoiling the end of 1. So my suggestion is, if you haven't seen these and plan to, watch the review for the original, the Sleepaway Camp, and then go see it, and then come back to this episode, okay? Because you're going to get a few answers here, and I'm sorry if I spoiled the movie, but there's a few twists and turns in this I'm not telling you. You gotta see them to get them for real, so let's get started. First up, Sleepaway Camp 1983, rated R, Anchor Bay Entertainment, written and directed by Robert Hiltzik, starring Mike Helen, Catherine Canny, Paul D'Angelo, and Felissa Rose. So, Ricky and his cousin Angela go to Camp Arawak for the summer, and while there are a series of horrific accidents. Okay? A guy gets dumped into a pot of boiling water. Some kid gets his head cut off. Another kid dies by hornet's nest. A girl gets accosted by a curly guy. The list goes on. It's horrible. Nobody has any idea who or what is doing these horrible things. The camp director, Mel, is trying to cover it all up. But after the number of campers gets smaller and smaller, there's nothing to do, nothing left to do but panic. Okay? This movie is crazy and twisted. Okay? And the end is the best part. So this is as nutty as you can get. So this gets a 3.5 and a see it rating. In fact, if you haven't seen it yet, go see it now. I'll see you next time, and have a good night. Next up, you gone? Okay. Next up, for everybody else, it's Sleepaway Camp 2, Unhappy Campers, 1988, rated R, Anchor Bay Entertainment, written by Fritz Gordon, directed by Michael A. Simpson, starring Pamela Springsteen, Bruce Springsteen's sister, and Renee Estevez, Emilio Estevez's sister. So we're at Camp Rolling Hills, and we meet Angela as an adult, and she's a camp counselor. So Angela Johnson is a very peppy, very friendly, and at times an overeager person who has no tolerance for bad kids at all. None. Angela Johnson is also Angela Baker, the Angel of Death, also known as the Butcher of Camp Arawak. Okay? And she does what she does best by going through each camper one by one, killing them all differently. Alright? She bashes in her head, she cuts off a tongue, she burns 2 girls alive, she stuffs 1 girl in the shitter. Dude, she uses guitar strings, chainsaws, sticks, whatever. Angela Baker is one of the most creative and resourceful film psychos there are. Alright, and she's pretty out there, dude. She's crazy as hell, honey. She's got problems. Her problems got problems. This gets a 4 and a buy it rating. Okay? Everybody, you should hold this. My favorite part is she's in this cabin with all of her victims, all her dead victims' bodies propped up, and she's making peas, and she's talking to this guy, and she goes, what did she say? Oh, I'm completely cured, and if I wasn't, why would they let me out? That's just crazy. You gotta see the whole thing. It's hilarious. I love it. It's my favorite part. Anyway, let's get going, right? Next up, Sleepaway Camp 3, Teenage Wasteland, 1989, rated R. Anchor Bay Entertainment, written by Fritz Gordon and directed by Michael A. Simpson, starring Pamela Springsteen and Tracy Griffith, who's Melanie Griffith's sister, and Michael J. Pollard from House of a Thousand Corpses. He's a cute little old man that goes, a little thick wig, played with his fruit. I love that part too. So this one, we're at Camp New Horizons, that used to be Camp Arawak, and they have an autumn program called Caring is Sharing, where rich kids and poor kids get together from all over the country to go camping and share time together. In this ragtag bunch of kids is Maria Nicastro, a.k.a. Angela Baker, Angel of Death, Butcher of Camp Rolling Hills and Camp Arawak. And while there, they have the 12 campers, and 3 campers, they break up and they go into the woods to like fish and cook outdoors, and one by one they start picking Maria off, right? The counselors fooling around with campers, you have kids playing music too loud, other kids blowing up fish. She's had it, and she goes through them one by one, all killing them differently. You know, Angela, once again, is very resourceful and creative. She's also, you know, kind of dark and twisted and pissed off in this one. She's not like the way she is in 2. She's a little meaner in this one. So this is funny, and she raps in this one too. So I dig this one. It starts right away and continues throughout. It's pretty fast paced. So this one gets a 3.5. And honey, haven't you noticed yet? You should own these. Own this. Yes, 3.5. And buy that one. Alright. Last but not least, here we go. Return to Sleepaway Camp, 2008, Magnet releasing. Written and directed by Robert Hiltzig, who wrote and directed the first one. Starring Vincent Pastore, who played Big Lucy in The Sopranos, Isaac Hayes, Paul D'Angelo, and Felissa Rose. So, in this one, we're at Camp Manabi, and we meet Alan, a big, fat, nasty, smelly, skeevy boy who is a bully to all the younger kids, but he is bullied by everyone else. His counselor, the other campers, the guy in the kitchen, they're horrible to him, okay? Very, very mean to him. At the same time, the camp undergoes some, befalls some horrible accidents. Alright? A guy gets dumped in a deep fryer. Another kid gets burned alive. It gets pretty bad. Nobody has any idea who's doing these horrible things, except for Ronnie, who used to be the head counselor at Camp Arawak. And he is convinced that Angela is there, doing all these horrible things. And nobody believes him. In fact, the more killings there are, they're dead set that it's Alan. This is crazy, mean. This is the meanest one, okay? What they do to this kid, Alan, it's just horrible. If I was this kid's parent, I'd go to the camp and kill everybody. Dude, are you kidding me? You won't have to worry about Angela. Whew. It's horrible what they do to this kid. And so this is just twisted and crazy, and really, I am a Brooklyn-born daughter of a sailor, and there is so much cursing in this that I was offended. I can't believe it. From the beginning to the end, there's just cursing. This girl's getting killed, and she's screaming in curses. It's just insane. I think this one, this gets a 3.5, and you should just get all 4. Complete your series of collections and get the Sleepaway Camp series, because they're good. They're great. They're twisted. They're crazy. And what you need to know is this is surprising. This is insane. This is surprisingly funny. And this is mean as hell. So, what did you think about tonight's show? If you have to know, my favorite one was 2. I like Angela like that. It made her a little scarier because she was just so insane. And what was your favorite? I'd like to know. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and that's it for me. And as always, watch more movies. I'm A.c.Strange, and this is the Bad Movie Show. Thank you. Good night.